this together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
It's Wednesday. It's 8 o'clock, which must mean that it's time for the MooCamp Radio Show. The MK Dons radio show that rather loved life in the times of Danny Wilson, and thinks that losing more often needs to become just as much fun as winning more often has been in recent seasons. To kick us off this evening, I'm delighted as ever to say that this is Drenge with Running Wild. Hello, how are you? Thanks for popping by. You're listening to the MooCamp Radio Show on Seclo Sounds, the MK Dons radio show that thinks that it's going to be an interesting season. Oh yes, an interesting season indeed. More ups and downs than an upsy-downy thing, and make no mistake about it. I'm Brando, the man who seems to be alone in actually enjoying our defeat on Saturday and being rather happy with how things are going right now. Be that make me a traitor, then traitor may I be. I'm joined by the man whose response when I suggested that he took the reins for next week's show was to put on an old show instead and see if anyone else noticed, which I kind of like. Say hi, Modders.
They wouldn't have. Good evening.
Yeah. To my right, the bringer of testosterone to the proceedings, the man for whom the lexicon is not just a sketch but a way of life. Say hi, young Albie.
All right.
And to my left, the man who was broken into this week by people that we believe were trying to return a sizable collection of different class fanzines. So while he's angry at the attempt, he has some understanding of what they must have been going through. Say hi, Jez.
Indeed, violated I've been.
That's coming later, actually. We're going to talk about that one too. Well, just like Robbo, when the more impatient amongst our fan base is screaming, "Get us a striker! Any striker! Get one now, but make them better than anyone we've got already! Get one from the strikers that are cheap but better than ones you've got already!" shop. What you think is important to us. So, Modders, can you please tell the Winkies and Winkettes how they can be part of the show this very evening?
I can indeed.
Oh, hang on a second. I should have music for this. Just start. I'll catch up in a moment.
Hang on there. I can indeed. You can contact us by watching the Great British Bake Off on a
we were
Plus
saying
One
this was going
channel.
really well and slickly.
Yeah, that was
All
out
gone
of the window, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can contact us by watching the Great British Bake Off on a Plus One channel to prove your fandom to us, or alternatively, you can use more conventional methods. You can contact us on Facebook, and we're at facebook.com/TheMooCamp. You can tweet us using the hashtag #TheMooCamp during the show. You can email radio@moocamp.com. You can text 80085, but remember to start your message with "Lemon Drizzle Cake," or else it won't reach us. Or you can text direct to the studio on 07848 930 396.
Thank you very much.
Right, talkie smoky.
Sorry, everything's gone rather weird this morning. I seem to
Oh,
have
it's just
This
me.
morning.
Yeah.
It certainly has.
I seem to have put the wrong things in the wrong place. Where's that one gone? What's
So I
it
just
supposed
prod
to be?
on regardless.
Yeah, kind of. We'll catch up as we go on.
Anyway,
It's there. I was ready.
coming up in tonight's Slick Show, we'll be dissecting Saturday's defeat at home to Birmingham City. We'll take a look through our new signings and see how we think they're doing so far. We'll take a look at the thing on the next page which says current and ex-Dons who are part of this week's international activity, and we'll probably mention Man United once or twice. Go!
4-0.
4-0.
4-0. Just
Oh,
quick
oh,
message.
sorry.
Lieutenant Dan says, loving the show so far, boys. Keep it
Oh,
up.
cheers, Dan.
Cheers, Dan.
Cheers,
Long
mate.
time listener, first time contributor. Thanks
Yeah.
for that, Dan. And all that, and you've got me as well. So nail yourself to your seat and let's go.
Sounds like a pretty good idea. Let's do it. Shall we nail ourselves to our seats? That bit shouldn't be there either. Rumty-tumty-tumty-tum. Yeah, okay. Just a quick question. We'd like to know tonight who's listening from furthest away. So if you think you're listening from furthest away, please let us know as we go on. Thanks ever so much.
It's a circle that you seek. It's the MooCamp roundabout of the week. It's the MooCamp roundabout of the week.
It certainly is that time where each week on the MooCamp Radio Show I go out to see what's happening at one of the 3,426 beautiful roundabouts in Milton Keynes, and I pick one at random to describe to you in all of its splendour. So if you're sitting comfortably, we'll continue with our circular conundrum once more. So to get you started this week, here's your first couple of clues. Eggs done this way need no letters.
Omelette roundabout. Omelette roundabout. Gotta be.
Well, that's it then. They're gone.
Yeah, thanks very much.
And your second clue. Piano repairer holds his hat up. So that's it. That's all you're getting for now. So get in touch with us via the usual channels and let us know what you think. Whereabouts is this week's Roundabout of the Week?
But Jesus, that sounds like a difficult one.
This just in, following his goal against us on his first return and his subsequent decision in the spur of the moment to celebrate with his own fans, Stephen Gleeson today gave a press conference to put across his side of the story. Initially starting off mumbling something or another about emotions and heat of the moment, Stephen was then distracted by a glimpse of a replay of his goal on the TV at the back of the press room. He jumped to his feet screaming, "Get in there!" and ran back to Birmingham to celebrate with his real fans. More on this when we've worked out what all the fuss was about.
We need spontaneous applause for that impersonation there. That was perfect. It was as if Stephen
He was in the
here.
room with us.
Yeah.
Come on here.
Celebrating with us.
I meant no harm, it didn't mean to offend anybody.
Well, that's started off alright and then ended up kind of like Ian Paisley.
Well, why do you think I've done it? I thought, look, this is too much praise I don't deserve. Let's ruin it.
I don't have any teeth, Mr. Paisley. Teeth shall be provided. I should have started off with the whole show. There'll be a great gnashing of teeth. I don't have any teeth, Mr. Paisley. Teeth shall be provided.
There we go.
It's a topical football show. That's
As you can obviously tell.
my word. Twilly has tweeted in just to say he thinks we need a bit of Twilly in his life. And I think Twilly's got his own show starting.
Yeah, I was about to say,
Sex
it's
Sounds Tuesday next week.
On here.
Yeah, on here.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's it called?
On here?
Bloody Smooth.
I was going to say he left us for his Snapchat show, so he's a bit of a traitor.
We gave him his big break,
Yeah,
basically.
we did, yeah.
No
If it
mucking
wasn't
about.
for us.
Okay, this.
It's time for the question of the week.
Yes, indeed, it's Question of the Week time. And the question of the week this week was, what are the positives of losing more often? And we've had a number of responses. First-time listener Paul Harris says, gives the season campaign perspective. Too much perspective.
The Concrete Roundabout says meltdowns are good for foreign business.
I quite like that because he did, yeah.
Paul Harris, first-time contributor, says Queen get less in royalties.
I'm so glad that I'm able to read this. I was actually going to ask if I could. Connor Stewart, the St Jude himself, says, following the Dons has rarely been more fun than it was during the Danny Wilson era. And we lost nearly every week back then. I'd take that every time over a ground full of divs that boo one of our greatest ex-players. If a season of struggle this year weeds out some of those types, then I'm all for it.
I think that deserves it.
Yeah.
He should just come right out and say what he means, that bloke.
Yeah.
A ground full of divs. That,
A ground
yeah,
full
it's
of
like,
divs,
yeah.
that's just fantastic.
There's another fanzine name there. We got all these things. Paul Harris, first-time listener, says rants on the radio.
Franco Volpe says, booing, it's the new cheering. I can't say it's making an overdue and much welcome return, cause for some it never went away.
Paul Harris, I've heard his name before, says talk, get more royalties.
Nick Beard says, makes winning that bit more special.
Dippy Don 95 says, I don't need to worry about poor maths skills when there's no points to add on.
Richard Knoll says, not necessarily positive to lose, but there has to be an acceptance of winning less often in this league.
I knew I'd get this one. Albie Coretta says, Winkelmann gets reminded for the 89th billion, 30 lots and lots of times anyway to spend money. Then he doesn't. Presumably just to wind the fans up. Hashtag Bants.
David Saunders says, it's easier to make friends if you let them win.
Yeah, can't really argue with that. Kaiser Soze says, it hastens the day when the king will return. Ince.
And finally, Sausage says, it would mean we'd had shed loads of possession.
Hearing Jers say the word sausage was just
Sausage.
highlight of my life.
Sausage! Sausage!
Oh, even better than my Ian Paisley impersonation.
An impersonation of Robbie Coltrane playing Dr. Johnson.
Impersonating Dr. Johnson, yeah.
Okay, yeah, brilliant. We've got lots more of those coming later on, so thanks for sending them in. It does make a difference, because otherwise we just have to pretend that Paul Harris has sent in loads of stuff. Or, I mean, we only tend to actually broadcast about a tenth of what Paul sends in. So each one you send means we...
The show is only an hour long, though, after all.
That's it, yeah. Okie dokie.
Joke of the week.
What's orange and white and lives in Buckingham Palace?
We don't know.
What's
orange and white and lives in Buckingham Palace?
The Queen Lewington.
There you go.
That's actually quite funny.
Thank you.
I didn't write it.
Somewhere in the depths of my PC, I've got a thing called the Book of Lewingtons, which we used to work on the way to away matches in Danny Wilson years.
I'm sure I saw that in different class about 10 years ago.
We put some of those in there, yeah. Pining. Camden Paul's just sent a tweet that says, furthest away, that'll be me. It's a disgrace that he has to listen to a radio show 60 miles up the M1. Excellent. Retweeting away. Excuse me. Talking of that, have we got any other tweets and things in?
I have one from @c.r.ownedabout. They've tweeted in to say, wanted, ! Optimistic MK Dons fans to sign up for TCR on a wet bank holiday, which we thought was rather sweet, actually. At Champstat tweets, that MK Dons completed more passes than any other championship club this weekend. 477.
That's fantastic.
At Gleason _ Stephen has tweeted in to say,